far. And if Divinity Uprising can put a stop to it, and not only put a stop to it, but snatch away the MSP major as well, oh, it's going to be one of the biggest disappointments for the Filipinos, Leo.
Yeah, but just the same already, I'm pretty sure the fans of NRX, Jeremiah 2911, maybe half of them were once haters, are now on the other side of the fence. And whatever happens here in this grand finals, AJ, I just gotta say, is just put it out there. Thank the universe that we're even having this MSP Major Grand Finals, because I'm expecting at least one of these games to be as close as a 5-5 S&D, or even maybe a 149-150 win. Nothing like that 150-60. Just hoping. Please, like, I'm pretty sure Divinity Uprising and NRX are like neck and neck right now. That's where I put them.
Exactly right. And that's the part where we get the most excited. Let's take a quick look, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, at the ban and pick on whether or not it's going to go on the side of, you know, Divinity Uprising. We saw it go the way of RSG earlier. That didn't really work that well. But let's take a quick look and see exactly where we play this off.
If anything, from the previous series, ban and pick for our maps, RSG, it seemed like they were in control, as you mentioned, AJ, but NRX seems to be fine that way. Let's see if there's any such factors like that. Summit being banned out here, so yeah, I guess Divinity was watching prior. They know what's up. Firing range banned out by NRX. Where do we end up for hardpoint? Let's see. There's so many factors going in here, and it's standoff.
Okay, very, very interesting, right? Many of those CQCs are going to be blazing things up. We know Heaven likes to pick up those top spots and go in for those long snipes, protecting the Bravo point, especially when they go in there. So it's going to be quite a interesting standoff at hardpoint, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. But when we go into search and destroy, there should be an NRX's pick. If at all standoff gets clutched by NRX, we can see things being, you know, swinging maybe in further towards NRX's way, because Meltdown and Firing Range has been struck off. And Search and Destroy will be played at none other than Crossfire.
That's a map that they won previous as well. Was considering maybe a Crash, but they did well there, better with a respawn mode. So yeah, I can see why Crossfire is definitely down NRX's alley. They can attack Melons, they can attack the back alley. And of course, again, now that they have maybe 2.5 supports, 2.5 sniper players, and of course, you still have Crush just going around doing Crush things, Crossfire is definitely a good call. Now we're considering where we end up for in domination. Man, given how NRX has evolved to like Summit, anything goes now. DVT has just a slew of decisions to make now. It's crazy. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but then again, they go in there and they say, hell no, no Summit for us. The Crash gets banned off by NRX. And domination, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Could it be the final one? It would be played off at Firing Range. Whether it's a donut or not will be decided here. But if the fight from Divinity is as strong as NRX expects it to be, we may just be dropping into map number 4. The hard point, when we swing right background, we don't really know what's actually being banned in the background. All of the bans have already come in earlier. Let's take a quick look and see. Map number 4 will be none other than Crash. Oh, and Leo, it's going to be crazy when we go in there, man.
I really like the coverage of maps here. Not a single one repeated here across all 4 so far. And again, I really am expecting at least to reach up to map number 4. But if we all get our just cake and eat it too, we're going to end up on map 5, and we'll see Divinity Uprising and NRX take it down the Summit. It eventually happened, man. Divinity Uprising don't want this, but at least it's a respawn mode, so we won't see any remnants of the landslide that was their 150-6 win. Search and Destroy once more, ladies and gentlemen. The last map here, if ever, will be played in Summit.
Oh, let's see, right? Because we've got such an amazing range of maps where we are going to see the showdown happen. This is the rematch of the grand finals of the MSP Championship, happening once again at the grand finals of the MSP Major. Divinity Uprising fights it off against the Kings of Garena. NRX
This
Jeremiah.
seems
You
this
don't want to
seems
take a
to
pick,
be
Leo.
no, I don't. And yes, as much as I am enjoying the run of NRX, and as much as I'm expecting them to hand out another sweep, it just comes down to respect, and it comes down to just knowing your opponent, and just in the rematch, so many things come into play. And again, these teams have changed so much ever since. And right now, walking into standoff, we are going to go for the hard point. And let's see if Jeremiah will be playing their Series 1 gameplay of letting through a few kills, or will Uprising just start off strong? And it looks like it's the latter.
Oh, Divinity just swinging in there, popping off left, right, center. NRX did manage to get a few takedowns, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Are we going to see the exact same tactic being played in here, Leo? I think not, because they know Divinity is quite aggressive, so they're going to sweep in for those points at the get-go here.
So far, trading here. Whoopi goes down for Cord. This still is the red zone. Still belongs to NRX. Down goes Jay-Z. And once more, it is blue contested here. Let's see, Heaven. Oh, this is a dangerous spot for Heaven. And as I just say that, he's taken out right there by Candy. And this is a brawl. This is a slobber knocker. This is a slaughter. But it's just as much the same for both. 25 now to 17. And we're just 5 seconds away from moving on to the next hard point.
Yeah, man, I mean, the hotel yard, it was just a graveyard of bodies in there. Each and every single time they step in, they get about 2 seconds at the hard point before getting cleared out. But at the end of that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it looks like Divinity Uprising is with the lead, but not without NRX right in here. Crush just crushing it right now. Gets traded out by Korn, and they will go ahead to catch up and take the lead.
Here we go. We're moving on to another approach. Second floor. This is, once more, ladies and gentlemen, a second floor with a part of the hard point being near the staircase. This is definitely a nice place for Jeremiah to hold in, but oh, what's this? Idra fails to cover the ground. And again, I was gonna say that because for players like Crush, they love these small spaces. They love fighting this. But let's not forget, Shut Up and Incendio on the other side. Heaven! He's just doing heavenly things, man. He's picking them off. And because of that, they are gonna try to even score. We're so close. 43 to 45, man.
Oh, and this is exactly what we wanted, Leo, and we get what we want. What a fight Divinity Uprising is giving NRX right now. A run for their money indeed. It's gonna be Heaven going in with those quick snipes, and he just uses it like a shotgun, sweeping into those close quarter combats and just popping off left, right, center. But with NRX Jeremiah hot on their heels, they will yet again take the lead.
But just by a few points, my guy. Just a few points. Now, hard point left open. Once more, it goes over to Divinity Uprising. I'm loving the liberal use of the wall bang here. And now, Crush spots the head behind the transform shield, gets one, but not enough to be able to secure the score. Now, Candy gonna be going in, and it's still blue, man. It's still blue. Who's in there? There's legitimately like one guy in there. Well, two of them, make that two. Oh, Candy shut down. It's just two. One bodyguard and one person keeping up this spot, and it's contested. Let's see. Crush finds his way in.
What a move in there. He flies in, takes a two-piece for himself, just clears house, and what a way to get out of dangers, about harm's way. He knew the hard point was about to move, repositions himself. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it can be NRX in here right up for the next point, but no! Divinity flushes them out and steals it away.
Just as much as Crush knows their timing, so does Divinity Uprising. They go for the rotation as well, following through with the follow-up frag, entry frag coming in. Oh no! That's the War Machine laying down the cover fire. Oh, this is Divinity with the transform shield. This is Asa de la DPP. Take this home, Singapore. 96 to 74. This is way beyond NRX Jeremiah's reach right now. I think Divinity Uprising have been watching very closely and have figured out exactly what makes NRX tick.
Oh, absolutely, no doubt at all. Couldn't have said it better myself, Leo. What a way to bring the fight up to the kings of Garena. Divinity Uprising getting it done. And look at Shut Up just pop off left, right, center. Just raking up those scores for those score streaks. Heaven ready with the XS1 and the cluster strike. It is not always, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you see so many of them activated on a hard point. But that's just how good Divinity is playing this right now.
If anything, Divinity might be playing the same way that NRX was in their first game earlier today. Crash, hardpoint, but all the more aggressive. This is amazing. Very much deserving of their first seed here in the MSP major playoffs. And right now, Incendio with the XS1 Goliath protecting this last hardpoint. They are 20 points away. NRX Jeremiah, they're trying to contest, stop the score, stop the bleeding. And Incendio, he is a lumbering piece of metal, but he's just gonna rip through flesh, just like that.
Oh, the boys from NRX just have no answer to that XS1 Goliath. They keep trying with those FHJs, and finally, it gets taken down, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. What a play. Divinity Uprising might have just gotten it done. And what a way to take the very first win. 150 to 92. NRX have seen their first disappointment in quite a while.
That was a worthy starting match here for the grand finals. AJ, this is exactly what I was talking about. A wake-up call for NRX, Jeremiah, 29-11. They've been having what we call a Cinderella run. This is an underdog story for a team that was, faced by haters, the doubters. And after such a beautiful 2-0 straight-up streak, this is Divinity Uprising saying, there's a reason why we sit here and you guys have had to climb up. And this is a wake-up call. I think NRX, Jeremiah, should be better. Should be all the better for this. What a game.
I mean, it was just a solid display in there from Divinity back to back, right? They went in there. They gave NRX exactly what NRX has been dishing out to every single squad out there thus far. The fight was definitely in it for those squads, but when Divinity said enough is enough, we are going to be taking these points in here right now. We are going to be placing that lockdown. And rightfully pointed out by you, Leo, they played into NRX's strategy. They collected those points, and the number of score streaks they brought into that match towards the very end to help them just saw past through that 150 point mark, right, was just overwhelming for the boys for NRX. 150 to 92, and we just may see the Singaporeans sweep this.
It's amazing how Divinity Uprising actually did not sacrifice much. I mean, 150 to 92, we've seen worse, right? We've seen way worse.
Yeah.
But at the point wherein they were sitting at 130, 125, and we all saw, you pointed it out, Cluster Strike and XS1 locked in here. It's just a matter of time. That essentially is the insurance policy. That's the cushion that I think DVT needed to be able to secure the win. And essentially, there were moments of contesting from our friends from the Philippines, NRX. But that aside, as soon as you saw this, we called it, man. We called it. The XS1 was wreaking havoc and was literally just demanding an answer. And it was answered, but it may have been too late. And alas, it was. 150 to 92. Next up, we're going to be seeing Search and Destroy. Let's see if NRX can even the score here, bring us up to 1-1.
I don't know how things are going to go their way in here. It's going to be such a slow-paced match, but it's snipers galore right at this map, and Heaven is so good at positioning himself each and every single time he goes in there for those engagements. So Whoopi is definitely going to have a role cut out for him. He needs to thin the herd down before these guys go in there for the attack. It's going to be Search and Destroy, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So let's jump in there and see if NRX can pull one back, or will Divinity continue rising up to the top?
Here we go, Divinity on the attack, and this does not spell well. This does not bode good omens for NRX Jeremiah, because being on the attack, Divinity Uprising can push their agenda. They can force the issue. That's a trade. Shut up for Crush. Ooh, our frontliners, our frontline fraggers. And look at this. That's Incendio traded out. Cord goes down. Hydra wins that, survives, goes for a double. It's just Heaven left. Ooh, Heaven is in trouble. The bomb is out there somewhere.
Idra is just so sick and tired of everyone copying his chopper meta. He has switched on over to the Fennec, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Once in a while, we will be blessed to see him hold on to a chopper. But let's see exactly what Heaven has to respond in here with his sniper right now. One of the best snipers. No, let me take that back. The best sniper from Singapore right now, going in for the clutch.
Here we go. Heaven looking for an angle. We have seen earlier our friend from Malaysia. We did see RSG's very own Derp come out from worse. Raven come out from worse. I'm sure Heaven is up to task. Let's see, looking for an angle here. Peeking down Melons. Might be in deeper. But I love what Jeremiah is doing here, AJ. NRX, they're just turtling. They're protecting that bomb, forcing Heaven to make an answer, forcing him to be the initiator.
Absolutely. I mean, no reasons for them to rush at all. And this means so much to them, rising from the bottom. And they've already given one over to Divinity. There's no way they're going to lose this right now. Whoopee! Oh, what a takedown. Where did Candy come from, Leo?
I guess he was just waiting at the stairwell. Again, in a situation like that, the odds just are not with you. There's just more guns pointed at you than you can bullet spray out. So, that's the first point going over to NRX Jeremiah. Great shape for our Filipino representatives here. But do note, ladies and gentlemen, Divinity Uprising from Singapore still ahead at 1 point overall in this best of 5. Whoopi going round back, protecting site B here.
Shut up. Makes that first mistake in there. Goes in for the push. Idra makes him pay for that instantaneously. It is Divinity on the attack, but they are down by 1 man. And Divinity has squandered 1 round thus far on the attack. They get to call the pace of the match, but they are playing it into NRX's hands right now, Leo.
Shut up. That was a free kill. Like, not at all. No knowledge, no vision, not even an opportunity to go for a plant. It's, as you said, just going all the way for NRX. Spotting out 1. Is that Cord? No, that's not Cord. So the bomb is far from even Melon, so they can't even go for that. And they have the back alley locked in. A is a non-starter.
I just love the way NRX has just locked this down right now. Idra takes squad out with a chopper wallbang. Heaven equals things up. Candy on fire. It's gonna be Whoopi coming in here for some support as well. Irfan J on the bomb. Can he get it down? No, denied by Candy. And it's just Incendio in there for Divinity right now. Takes Candy out with a wallbang. It's a 2-on-1 situation, but Whoopi in here who will finish things off.
Man, our hype for Whoopi, ladies and gentlemen, our hype for Whoopi is not without purpose. He really is just that damn good.
I mean, those solid gameplays in there by Whoopi, time and time again for those clutches. Even with the 3-kill run that he went in earlier, this guy's an absolute legend. And one of the biggest reasons why NRX Jeremiah is here at this stage, the clutches that he manages to pull off, legendary at times. Heaven goes in for the scope and a beautiful takedown on Whoopi.
It looks like Heaven was hearing us and saying, hey, how about me, man? How about me? Check me out. I'm 3 frags in, and Idra is actually the frag leader for Jeremiah. Whoopi yet to claim his title in this very game. But so far, this is the best Divinity Uprising has looked in this second game in this best of 5 in this search and destroy mode, because they do have the numbers game on them. Cord here approaching site B in Melons. The back alley here, not gonna be one they want to approach. There's too many members here. It's 2 actually. Ken D here looking down the sights, and that's gonna be the plant here. 40 seconds on. Let's see how Jeremiah goes for the retake. Divinity Uprising just has to protect the site. They have the numbers game, AJ.
Yeah, they managed to go in and put that pressure on NRX. And NRX right now coming in for the push with the 4-man. Irfan J has this place on a lockdown. Crush is approaching. He's in trouble. But Irfan J manages that takedown. And it looks like Idra will get wiped out right after. Candy gets snuffed out. Irfan, the MVP of that round. What a way to pull 1 point back.
Back-to-back flanks. Essentially, NRX Jeremiah, they were out of their reach. They did not know where Divinity Uprising were popping out from. And exactly the same question you had earlier, man, about where they come from. Where were they? And it's just Divinity Uprising figured out. They know now how Jeremiah is moving about, especially around that site. And I think they have to make the more of this turn that they have on the attack. Idra spots one. That's going to be Cordon Incendio down. Crush traded out here. Irfan J takes a few, but he survives. Ooh, Idra finishes the job. It's just Heaven and Shut Up. 2v3 now. Idra survives. Candy destroyed there. Ooh, where's the bomb? They dropped it near B.
I don't know what is Divinity going to do in here. Once again, the numbers game. Shut up! Can he even things out? No, denied by Idra, leaving Heaven all alone. A 3-on-1 situation. Yet again, bomb on the other end of the map. How is Heaven going to thread past through all three players? Yet again with those numbers, Leo, things don't look good for Divinity.
Yep, this is looking like round 2. He tried the first time. He got one, but failed for the second go. He can't force this. I wonder. He's getting ever closer to the bomb. But, of course, NRX Jeremiah not going to give him an easy go about this. His footprint's so small. Oh, but he's caught out nonetheless. Speed by Whoopi going for the 3-1.
And that was a sniper on sniper action. They play it like shotguns. They make it look so easy, Leo.
Defend the objective.
Well, given the reps that these players have, I could assume that it's like breathing. Just pulling the trigger on that is like breathing. Now Whoopi trying to spot one. Crush taken out quickly here by Shut Up. Ooh, on that Arctic 50, very quick as well.
A 2 sniper gameplay in here. Heaven and Shut Up bringing in their own meta right now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Whenever the 2 snipers come out for Divinity Uprising, usually it goes in their way. Candy takes Incendio out. Incendio not before snuffing out Whoopi with that explosion of the vehicle there. A 4-on-3 situation. NRX on the back foot. Divinity, they have the advantage. This is the final round to attack. They've squandered 3 of those opportunities. They've given...
Keeping B warm. Let's see if they can go for the approach. Now down to the 2v2 here. Cord feeling the pressure. He still has the bomb, so at least they have mobility on their side. They have coverage. Nice set for the tripwire there, as well as the trophy system right here. Ooh, little does he know he's just meters away from another opponent. Now Candy on the other side of the map, across the street. I wonder.
What is Cord gonna do with the Fennec? Almost taken down Cord! What a play with the thermite by Candy! He knew he couldn't go in there for the reload. Here came the tacticals, and NRX Jeremiah pulls point number 4.
And just like that, we go for the switch. And right now, Jeremiah, I do think they respect Divinity Uprising all the more since their hardpoint loss. But right now, Search and Destroy in Crossfire. This is, I believe, a map choice of theirs. I think they are just going to go on and try to even the score. Do their best. Cord traded out here for Idra and Whoopi. That's going to be 3-on-4. Bomb onto Candy. Loses it. Drops it right in front of Site B. Site A, that is. Irfan J has a bead on this side. He's just going to protect it, man. Jay-Z's alone. This is trouble for NRX.
Yeah. That was a terrible push in there by NRX. They got caught off guard, and Divinity has been just rolling, steamrolling all over them. With the 2 choppers, 1 sniper, and a Fennec pointed up at Jay-Z, there's no way in hell he's going to be able to clutch this. A 4-on-1 situation, just way too much.
It's astronomically impossible. I'd give him maybe a decimal point of a chance, but again, it has to line up perfectly, and a team like Divinity Uprising, doubt that it's ever gonna happen. 55 seconds on the clock. He can wait this out, but we all know where this is leading, man. It's just Jay-Z buying time, maybe looking for that maybe speck of hope, that atom of hope, and he's just gonna blow up right here. 2 points going over to Divinity Uprising.
Are we going to be able to see NRX pull one back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Just 2 points away from that happening, but Divinity Uprising's not making it easy for them at all. It is NRX on the attack, but things aren't going as smoothly as they expect. Shut Up in here with the snipes. Doesn't get the shot. Keeps going back in there. We see one player coming back in here at the back alley for that A push. There's not going to be an engagement just yet. Crush is going to hang around. Almost taken down. Gets out of the way. It's a 2-player push right now, and he needs to be careful. If they do go ahead and lose one more player, it'll be a 5-on-3. There you go. Shut up with the snipe and a 5-on-3. NRX just doesn't know what went wrong right now.
Shut Up took a few hits from that Thermite, I believe, or a Rogue engagement. But right now, it's down to a 2v5, and it's looking great for Divinity Uprising. Kendi, our carrier, Shut Up here, finds a bead, looks for an angle, has vision, knows exactly where the two remaining members of Jeremiah are, and Kendi, he's trapped. He has a few angles of attack, he has a few chances, but it looks like even B is looking dangerous. Even B seems to be too perilous for him to go and approach, because again, man, all of Divinity Uprising still here. They spot one out. Where is Idra? All right, Idra's down the street. Kendi inside the laundry house. Oh, he blows up. Ball banged in there by Heaven.
And I just love how these players just pick up all those guns after their teammates have been taken down. They can play any position, any guns, but of course, not as good as their usual ones, right? Idra, although he went in there for the attempt, taken down at the end. Divinity Uprising, this may just be the comeback that they are expecting themselves to achieve at the Search and Destroy. NRX still not able to put them away.
And what was it off of, AJ? Was it really this double sniper metagame? Did they just really put down the choppers, put down the Phoenix, start picking up Arctics, and look at that, a blitz plant by Jeremiah. NRX are on something else. It's the first time we've seen them in all of this game to go so fast. And I guess this is just their second round as the attackers. And just like that, they put down Incendio and Shut Up. 3v4, clock's ticking, 30 seconds left. Heaven can spot one. Ooh, Kendi trying to save himself from the wall bang. Oh, he's still taking out by Cord.
Cord still gets it, man. I don't think Kendi expected that. Idra takes Irfan J out of the equation, and Cord is gonna be left all alone right now after Whoopi takes Heaven out. What a play. NRX just 1 point away from pulling it equal.
All right, we are forgetting that NRX Jeremiah is, by the way, just look up top, ladies and gentlemen. They are 1 point away from taking this game. And
Enemy has the bomb.
yeah, despite Divinity Uprising's amazing performance so far, given this game and game one, this still is an uphill battle for them to maintain the lead, to go 2-0, because it's more likely for Jeremiah right now. We are losing 1-for-1. Heaven for Kendi. Crush added to this hit list by Incendio.
Whoopi!
Oh, yes, they do. Whoopi!
What a snipe, Leo. What a snipe. Incendio just kept peeking up there. Whoopi knew he could hit that shot, was so patient, didn't give up, kept trying, and finally got that takedown. It's a 3-on-3, but what a frag. Oh, come on, Whoopi. Not like that, man. Just too freaking much with the second piece in there, and NRX confidently lays the bomb on the ground.
Whoopi, the Locus Lord, he gets another casualty, man, added to his death note, and Cord might be up next. Oh, he takes a few hits, but he will be saved nonetheless by Idra. That's game 1-1. NRX Jeremiah 2911 taking it to Divinity Uprising, and we have ourselves a ball game.
But is it enough, though? The way Divinity played that, for a moment, I really thought they were about to make that comeback, right? But what a full stop pulled out by NRX. But Whoopi, Leo, Whoopi freaking P! What a snipe as he goes back in there again and again for those clutches. The absolute best sniper from the Philippines.
Might even be up there against Heaven, right? Like, really gave Heaven a run for his money. And if NRX Jeremiah 2911 does get this series through, then we might have ourselves another contender. We might have ourselves a de facto best sniper in the region. Ladies and gentlemen, we're walking straight into game number 3 here, prepping for domination. And so far, this is the first time all night that we're seeing domination.
Yeah, and this is a what a fight, right, between the two squads. It doesn't seem like either one has got this all in the bag already. Both of them are giving it their all, and there's just nothing in between them. Just exactly what we wanted to see in here for the grand finals, Leo.
And we are going to be visiting firing range. And for sure now, given the way that these teams are playing, we will at least visit Crash for Hardpoint and then close up in Summit, it's anybody's game right now. I would not be surprised if we hit 2-2. The way that these two teams are playing, it's really a new NRX and a Divinity Uprising that is up to the plate. They are ready to swing, and so far, we're racing to first base. Definitely NRX threatening a home run.
No, absolutely, man. And this is DVT's pick in here. And thus far, the wins seem to be going against, those map picks. So I wonder if or not those map picks are making a difference in here finally. Because prior to this, it just looked like it didn't phase NRX at all, right? And finally, it is Divinity that is bringing in the proper mind games to go up against the Kings of Garena. And it looks like it's working. And if things continue on this trajectory, Leo, it might just be yet another victory for Divinity after this.
Exactly. Earlier in the first two broadcasted games or series of the night, it seemed like it was a non-factor. NRX was going to win regardless. But this time, I like that Divinity Uprising is making the most of this one factor that they can control. This one factor that they have effect over, that they can say, all right, we're going here, and we will play our strategy here. And so far, we saw that happen in standoff. Crossfire, not so much, went over to NRX's side. But this time, in firing range, let's go. Game's already started. Going for A, going for C. Jeremiah locks it in first. And A, slowly being taken in by Divinity Uprising, maybe behind one beat or two. It's going to be an interesting go as Jeremiah locks in B right here, ladies and gentlemen. That's going to be bodies left and right dropping for Divinity Uprising. And, oh, Jeremiah so aggressive going for the A spot already. Alpha seems to be the call here. They get stopped here by Heaven and the rest as they lose Cordon Incendio in the process. Jay-Z stopped, looking for the wraparound. Uprising, they keep losing bodies though. They keep trading out 2 for none, and it's now going to be a full-on swap. A for C, 10 points ahead. NRX Jeremiah is right now. We're 4 minutes into this game. We are racking up these points. Score streak's going to be dropping very soon. We are looking for an engagement here. Idra takes a double.
Oh, with the Alpha and Bravo locked down right now, Leo, it looks like NRX has got this all sorted. But here comes the assault. Shut up moving in for that Bravo takeover. Mid lane needs to be captured, but the clearing area gameplay by NRX. Oh, what a play! But eliminated either way by Candy.
Shut up had a great run there, but at what cost, man? At the cost of all points going over to Jeremiah, and now they're making a beeline for halftime. 45-17. NRX is bleeding out Uprising. Uprising legitimately is hoping to score, and they get the lock in C. At least, B gonna be up next here. Incendio drops the transform shield, knocks out 2. Idra from the house here. This is the White Warehouse. This is home, says Idra. Reload, and at least they stop B from being reclaimed. And I think they're a second away. Oh, they're able to do coverage here.
Oh,
stop
come on.
the steal. Waiting for the retake, waiting for this to reset. It's all still Jeremiah right now. 2 points to them, A and B.
Yeah, the defense set up in there by Idra, the White Warehouse, preventing the Bravo takeover for so long, has just put so much of points in NRX's pocket. And right now, they go back in there for that Bravo push. Jay-Z Annihilator gameplay, still ring around the rosy with the White Warehouse, chasing after Incendio, Thermite in his face, and gets the takedown anyway. And Jeremiah, all set for the comeback. They move into clearing area, and they will prevent a full-on lockdown.
Mid, again, seems to be another slaughterhouse. Bodies dropping left and right, and both teams seem to want to take B. These long engagements, these long sought-out plans to take A or C seems to not be working out for them. So maybe B. Just grab B, protect B. Irfan J loses the engagement right there, point blank in your face. Idra right now from the back was not gonna have another go at it because halftime is reached. 52-75, still pretty close, AJ. 23 points in between.
Well, close, but NRX just one step ahead. The slightly better squad in here thus far. They are hungry, but can they get it done? Because we know Divinity will try to make a comeback in here. It looks like Shut Up is trying his best to collect those points, and he's doing it so well. Candy with a takedown on Shut Up. He's got the cluster strike all poised. Bravo can be eliminated from the area right now in the bag, but they will go on and prevent it. What a play so far by Divinity.
Yep, Divinity finding these angles like a step ahead, half a step, and that's all you need. Now Heaven pops the Annihilator, loses it in the process. Crush now running around middle lane, not the best place for a Fennec player. Very dangerous, and there we go. Cluster Strike called in here. This is going to be pandemonium for NRX Jeremiah as they struggle to take their second point. Crush wins it inside Wood. Barracks Hut is his home. This is mine until it's not, as he's shut down there by Cord.
Oh, Irfan J just not doing well at all against Idra. Idra just turns around, choppers his ass out of there, and it looks like Bravo might just fall into the hands of NRX right now. Incendio going in there for the Barracks Hut takedown, but eliminated by Candy's strike. It looks like Crush attempts in here for the Bravo, but at the moment NRX cannot respond to Divinity Uprising. They are catching up, Leo, 85-92.
It seems like Divinity Uprising pulled another early game gambit and let the opponent score while racking up their own operator skills, their own score streaks, and it's all paying off, man. They're playing the long game, and so far, it's just a matter of seconds. Here we go. Divinity Uprising is already up, and just like that, NRX Jeremiah does not let them take the lead. They have 2 points once more. Alpha and Bravo. Ford loses that one out. It's 2 down while all 5 still stand here for NRX Jeremiah. UVs are standing. They need to start balancing out. Do we want to give vision? We want to get rid of the map. We want to take control. And Shut Up wins at least. Oh, and here's a VTOL by Idra. This feels like it's no man's land right now. It still stands there. They destroy one UAV. Incendio's going ham. Candy's taken out. They're threatening to take on A.
It is all hell broken loose right now. It is clearing area picked up by NRX Jeremiah as Barracks Hut falls into Divinity Uprising's hands. Oh, clearing area prevented. Divinity still standing strong, and it looks like the boys from NRX being pushed into a corner here. Can they go in for a full-on lockdown? No! Barracks Hut has been lost back to NRX, and it's a 121-115, and the fight is still so close, Leo.
This is as close as it gets, AJ. Our first time in domination, our first time in shooting range all day. Could not have asked for a better matchup. Cord catches one off guard. That's gonna be Candy down. Shut Up wins the engagement. Oh my god, left and right. This is Divinity Uprising, and here comes a Goliath. We are going in. Cord into the VTOL, loses it just as soon. And where is it? Who is locking it in? There you go, Jay-Z already on the NRX. Oh, sorry, on the XS1 with the NRX. They have 2 points. They have 2 points, AJ. It's A and C, and there's a second
VTOL too, Leo. Candy going crazy. VTOL in the air, snuffed out by Divinity Uprising. It is 139-134. It cannot get closer than this. Jay-Z, captain, brings out the XS1 Goliath on the prowl right now for the defense on Bravo, and they do so well. Trophy system destroyed. Clearing area still being protected in here by Jay-Z. It is Divinity Uprising trying their best to hold back NRX, but the onslaught just keeps coming on in there. 148, and it looks like they're so close.
AJ, it's over. Ladies and gentlemen, NRX Jeremiah come out on top in the lead. They score out 150 right when it mattered. It was so close. If and only if Divinity Uprising stopped the take on B, right at the moment that they took C as well as A, they could have stopped it, but it was just too much. It was just too much. There were not enough bodies, not enough just time, and wow, as close as it got, this is the kind of matchup I was expecting. Divinity Uprising showing up, but NRX Jeremiah just a step ahead.
I mean, here's 2 squads that are not holding back. Here are 2 squads that are not giving up. Here are 2 squads that will not take defeat as a final result. And they are putting it all on the line. And what a way to blaze it up at the grand finals. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what a way. I mean, the ones that truly go in here and become the champions of the MSP Major can truly be proud of themselves, because even right now, I'm already satisfied, Leo. The display, the show being put on by these two squads, absolutely mind-blowing.
AJ, tell me this is not what a championship matchup looks like. 150 to 92, 3 to 6, 144 to 150, and we're just at game number 3. Score sits at 2-1. NRX in the lead, threatening the win here. We are gonna go though to the next game mode here, Hardpoint, which is a Divinity Uprising map. I do think, really, EJ, I do think we are gonna see game number 5, because this is Divinity Uprising choice, and they have done so well at making sure that they force NRX into odd positions, into maps that they don't like. So far in this game, at least, they have made NRX bleed.
Oh, for sure, they have made NRX bleed, but has that been a wise choice, though? Because they should have gone for the kill instead of just drawing a little bit of blood. Because when NRX comes back in there for that revenge, because look at it this way, Leo, we go into Crash and Divinity wins it, and then what? You want to go into a Summit Annihilation? You want to see exactly what NRX can do at Summit? We just saw it, and they trash squads when they go into Summit, right? What looked like a map that, you know, NRX just didn't want to play at, all of a sudden they are the gods at. And that's how much of dedication these boys have been putting into the game. Whatever weak links that other squads have found out thus far, they go back in there and they make it the strongest point of their squad.
Yep, and actually, now looking back, firing range was Uprising's choice, right? In hindsight, it was a swap, and right now we see that even after the fact, NRX can still rise above. And I am just flummoxed. I am perplexed at how well NRX is taking this. And right now, it's all the more possible that we see the end. We might see a 3-1 here. NRX, ladies and gentlemen, this is a new NRX. They are reborn. Game number 4 coming at you. We are playing Hardpoint in Crash.
Well, for the sake of our fans, for the sake of you and I, Leo, I want this to be a Divinity Uprising victory, just so we can go into match number 5 and hype things up even further. Idra with an opener in there, and he is on fire, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. But it's Divinity Uprising with the very first hardpoint at the Isles there, the hardest hardpoint to capture, and it is a hot battle from the get-go.
No doubt, it's miserable. This spot right here is definitely no man's land. There's so many openings, so many access points, and right there, see, he just drops. That's gonna be crushed down or traded out.
I mean, with plays like Heaven, you know, you've got Whoopi in there with the snipes. You can't avoid them for the long-range attacks. And then you've got players like Crush coming up in your face with the KRM. There is no way, there's no hiding when you are at that first point. Isle is the most dangerous point, and not only because the points are difficult to pick up. When you go in there, you give up those easy kills and you allow your opponents to pick up those score streak points, which is even scarier. That's going to aid them in that endgame playoff.
Basically, you're a sitting duck is what we're saying here. Now, a hard point kill back to back. Cord is having fun. And right now, it's going to be blue zone here. Contested though. Let's see from where. Oh, from the side, it's going to be Idra. Welcome to Casa de la NRX. It's going to be ours, but only for a second, as Shut Up reclaims it. And Cord going to be going around playing security, roaming, looking for bodies to drop. And again, play the game that Uprising knows how to play so well. Oh, DVT catches ahead.
Oh, and Divinity playing this like champions so far. Shut up with the takedown. What a defense. Here comes another player, and it is Jay-Z who takes him down, but Irfan J with a trade-off. And Divinity still holding on to this hard point, scraping up every single bit of the point from this high rise that you possibly could expect from a squad. It just looks like Divinity might take this one, and they can do it in such crazy style, Leo.
and they are way ahead. Incendio here dies behind his transform shield. Thermite being locked in. Whoopee! With a point blank FHJ. He's just trying to get rid of the shield to make it a better cover for him to get better coverage. And there you go. Finally, NRX Jeremiah getting some breathing room, but just as quickly loses it to Shut Up. And Shut Up concedes it only because it's a numbers game that NRX are playing. All 5 on the map as Shut Up respawns. Let's see how long they can hold on to this. 25 here to 69. Nice effort put in by Uprising, but I feel like Jeremiah is starting to pick it up. This is a game where NRX was not the aggressor. Divinity Uprising actually played a little faster, and right now it's going their way.
Oh, it is definitely going their way, and it's so solid. Even when NRX goes in there to pick those points back up, you can see Divinity just getting up all up in their faces and clearing them out of that house. But what a fight it has been thus far, with Divinity just in front every single step of the way. NRX is clawing their way back in it though. They have managed to scrape some points in here, but at the end it is 85 to 37. Still a long way to go. Can NRX hold on to this point? If they can, it will be with them at the lead at the end.
Whoopee on the Annihilator here, looking for a head. Could not find his angles. Ooh, oh, there's one. Popping him from maximum range right through the helicopter. And Whoopee looking for another angle, looking for a shot. Finds one. Ooh, misses by just, what, 10 HP.
Oh, you look at this one, Leo. NRX, just like I said, right, playing that catch-up game, and they are going to be able to pull this off, pull in front as well. If they do succeed at holding on to this point, it looks like Divinity Uprising, they don't want to contest this at all. They know that they've got enough insurance, and it's also because if they don't give off those points, they can just camp at the next hard point and try to finish the game off. It's not going to be enough. Just 1 point isn't going to be enough, but they have their plan all set. They're allowing NRX to pick up those points. Is it going to be the biggest mistake? We will find out in a bit, buddy.
I think NRX Jeremiah and Divinity Uprising know exactly what they're doing, and just like that, they did exactly as you said, AJ. They're camping at the next one. Oh! Remote RC taking one out. Irfan J destroyed right there. Traded out for Jay-Z. It's still a blue zone here in the sniper house. How perfect. You have Gordon here. Shut Up, providing cover. Oh, wall banging right there. The chopper, ladies and gentlemen. There's a reason why this is one of the best rated and most popular guns in competitive and ranked Call of Duty Mobile. And right now, 30 seconds left. We are possibly, what, 35 away from the finish for Divinity Uprising. Jay-Z slowly pushing on forward. He has some backup. Not looking good for a cord here. And the rest, oh, they're able to stop the invading party.
Oh, I think Divinity's definitely gonna pick this one up, but they need to pull through. They need to pull through with the final 10 seconds and even the next hard point as well. So if things have been slow, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you better buckle up because it is going to get 3 notches kicked up higher. Divinity Uprising gonna be moving into the next point to finish things off. They just need 5 more, 5 measly little points to put it away and take it 2-all against the champions of Garena.
And this all the more makes it dire for NRX Jeremiah because, yeah, again, moments like this is all they need. And just like that, it's over. Divinity Uprising secures game number 4 and takes us into the clincher. Sudden death, AJ. We're seeing game number 5 finale.
I mean, we saw the methodical annihilation, and that was an example set by NRX when they took on Triple V Esports. They just put a stop to the 75-point mark earlier, and they just blazed through. And we see Divinity pulling off the exact same strats, the exact same thing. Every single play that NRX has pulled off thus far. Here is Divinity saying, hey, we can do it, and you want to know what? We can do it slightly better than you. But at the end of the day, it is all equaled up. They have proven to us, both these squads have proven to us, they stand on equal footing. Like you said, Leo, sudden death, one final chance as we go in here, but it is on Summit.
And it's Search and Destroy Summit. So this is, yes, partly something we've seen from this new NRX, but just the same, it's something that is a factor that we have to consider that maybe Divinity Uprising is ready for. Because, yes, this crash right here, this hardpoint crash, is a map chosen by Divinity Uprising. This is something that they really needed to do. And then looking back around, actually, this is an NRX map, and now we're going back into a Divinity map. Again, it's equal to me, right? This legit feels like a reset. We have to go back, consider that these are 0-0s, and it all comes down to this. The championship comes down to this.
But when it came down to the search and destroy, the no revive type gameplay in here, it was NRX that just was the slightly better squad. We saw exactly how they went in there with their approach. They played it slow, they played it fast, they waited to be on the attack. They can carry the attacking side so well. And Summit as a map they really have grown to love and become so good at. I fear the worst for Divinity Uprising. But all we can say is good luck to the both of the squads. They have been slugging it out amazingly so far. May the best squad win.
Good call. Actually, all in consideration, despite the tight match this is that we have 2-2. You're right, AJ. When it comes to non-respawning game modes in this best of 5, it is indeed NRX who comes out on top. Plus the fact that they are just so damn good at Summit in tonight's playoffs. It just spells doom for Divinity. I fear for our friends from Singapore.
I don't know, right? Is it gonna be my neighbors from across the causeway, or is it gonna be the country with the best talent pool for Call of Duty Mobile at the moment, right? Because the Philippines is just filled with talents when it comes to Call of Duty Mobile, and NRX is a shining example of it. I mean, just look at the number of qualified teams in here, even in the group stages that came in here from the Philippines. That in itself is a testament. And right now, NRX is fighting not just for their own brand, not just for No Rules Cross. It is for the whole of the Philippines on their shoulders, taking on Divinity Uprising at our deciding match at the grand finals of the MSP Major.
Here we go, Divinity Uprising on the attack. NRX Jeremiah 2911. Ooh, Crush gets spotted out, walks into a deadly hallway without even a thought, a second to consider what went down.
Oh, whoopee!
It's a trade though, down to 2v3. Idra going ham, it's just shut up left.
Oh, Whoopi with a 2-kill in there so far. Shut up with that wipeout. I mean, at one point, it really looked like Divinity had the upper hand, but NRX turning it around so fast. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, y'all better start saying your prayers for Divinity before they start rising up towards heaven, because if heaven doesn't start stepping things up, Whoopi is going to be snatching that best sniper title as well as the win for NRX in here today.
Not sure if Crush actually
he answered,
but he sacrificed himself. Yeah, there you go. Easy takes here by Divinity Uprising, sacrificing just shut up, leaving Crush all alone here. This young man is unsupervised, catches a few heads, but does not take any casualties, and he himself is bleeding out, and I think he's gonna lose this, turning his back on to heaven, loses that round 1-1 here. Divinity Uprising, I think they understand now. They get the tempo that NRX is going at.
Oh, absolutely right. And that was such a solid response, such a timely response by Heaven, taking Whoopi out, the opener for this round. And what a victory! And Whoopi this time goes back in there for that revenge. Snipes Heaven out of the air, and it looks like it's a 5-on-4. Indra takes Irfan out with a grenade. Trophy system not working for Divinity Uprising. It's a massacre, Leo. A freaking massacre.
Not even a minute to think about what went down. Jeremiah just came into control room and said, it's over. We're taking this game right here. On the defense, it doesn't even matter. We know this map like the back of our hands. We've learned from previous trials. We've learned from our previous mistakes. And right now, Whoopi fails to find the head, takes a few hits himself. Heaven down already. It's Idra with the double. Is that a triple? Incendio is left. Was it a quadruple? I lost count. But Incendio does take one out on the way. It's Idra. He makes him pay. He's reloading, getting a breather with his ASM, but he pays the price. Jay-Z takes him out. So fast. 3-1 now. Jeremiah making a beeline for this title.
Oh, the class being shown in here by NRX, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. They are ready. They are screaming it loud and clear. They are ready for the world stage to go in there and rock everybody down. It's heaven with the opener on Whoopi. That could be an indication that things might just swing around towards Divinity Uprising. Irfan J on the ready with the DRH, goes in for the push towards control room. But look at this. It is gonna be NRX. It falls back, just waiting for Divinity to come in for the attack.
Ooh, already in better shape Divinity is. They may have scrambled out NRX Jeremiah right there. Playing around control room, these wraparound corridors, and even the parapets, and I really do like how Divinity has gone for the plant, winning the numbers game, taking out Kendi. It's just Idra left. It's dire. This is ridiculous. If he gets this, that's gonna be the wipeout. 3-2. We're gonna go for the swap here. Looks good for both teams, but now Jeremiah on the attack, not so fresh for Divinity Uprising.
So far, if you notice, Leo, the takedown of Whoopi at the start of the match, that's exactly what Divinity is going for. And Divinity seems to be focusing, it seems like Whoopi is focusing on the exact same thing, taking out Heaven, because the snipers are posing such great threats. Irfan J snuffs out Whoopi, Kendi takes Shut Up down, and it looks like it's a 3-on-2 situation with Incendio and Heaven still standing in here. Heaven with the snipes as usual, a 3-on-2, making it an equal 2-on-2 after he snuffs Idra out of the equation. It's going to be Incendio that wraps things up, and Divinity rising up to equalize things at 3-all.
The tension, ladies and gentlemen, you can cut it with a knife, an axe, a bat, or a karambit. Did I miss one? Yeah, a sword. There you go. All of these melee weapons in this game is just not enough to make sense of this best of 5, this final game here, 3-3, and it looks like they both learned. They don't want to go through that same corridor and lose their sniper. Whoopi finds a head. That's one. Shut Up, taken out. Crush with the bomb here. Is he gonna go for the plant? Finds another. Down to the 2v5. We could see
It's all up to you now.
a plant here. Oh, raising
NRX,
Divinity
man.
Uprising,
That's-
45 seconds.
Yeah, there's no way Irfan J is going to be able to do this. Every single time we see this happening, the numbers game, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, at this level, it just means it's a clean victory. 4-3, NRX Jeremiah, 2 points away from clinching the MSP major title.
Defend the objective.
AJ, you put it well. That is exactly what's happening. Most 3v1s, 4v1s, impossible. You could not win such a gargantuan task. It's too much to ask. But if ever someone does, if it was in the series, I would name my firstborn after such a player. But right now, it's not happening. Real quick, that's going to be Incendio lost out, traded out for Crush. That's the frontliner. The fragger coming down for NRX. And let's see, we still have both our snipers. Whoopi looking for a head. Ooh, finds one. Instead destroys a trophy system. So he knows that someone is waiting. He knows that someone is going for the peak.
Well, that was so close. That player was so lucky the trophy system blocked his head out there. If not, it would be a 4-on-3. But Heaven eliminates Whoopi, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. That could be a sign. Every single time we've seen it. Oh, it is coming down. Divinity, a 4-on-1 right now. And that's it. Whoopi is their strong point. You take that sniper down, and it is DVT all the way.
Oh, I love it. Shut Up with the flank. Again, the numbers game, it's so hard to beat. Almost impossible. We see now 4-4. NRX Jeremiah still on the attack. We are 2 away from the swap. And it's still anybody's game. Man, I don't know why NRX Jeremiah kept falling for that camp. Legitimately, Divinity Uprising was camping that staircase.
Oh, Whoopi! Heaven down! Leo! It might just go their way, but Incendio and Code going crazy, leaving Whoopi all alone. Oh, what a shutdown by the Singaporeans. They pull ahead, and they leave just 1 point in here. Will Singapore finally clutch this?
My guy, you spoke too soon. Literally less than a second or two before you asked. Divinity Uprising ended the round and now are threatening the win. 1 round away. It comes down to this. I wonder where Whoopi will find the first head, if ever he will even. Because again, it comes down to the snipers. Whoopi and Heaven and Whoopi. Who will be the first to go? Let's see now. Shut Up taking control of the cable cars. Incendio here in the entrance to control room number 2. The plant here by Candy. 45 seconds on the clock. They've chosen A. I wonder how they will answer the retake by Divinity Uprising. The defense by Jeremiah. That's one down. Whoopi finds Irfan J with a wall bang. Whoopi takes a few hits.
Shut Up coming in here for that wraparound. Candy goes in after having Incendio taken down. But who's looking at Shut Up? No! What happened? What the hell, Leo? What a clutch! MSP Major Champions! It is Divinity Uprising, and what a way to lose it to the Singaporeans! Leo!
It was off of a tricky rope-a-dope, a sleight of hand. Sure, you take one out, you found the head, but we found your heart. We legitimately went for the throat. Ladies and gentlemen, 4-6. 4-6. So is that 5-6? 4-6.
4-6. I don't know how he got that clutch. I mean, the players from NRX, they were going one after the other, but they just didn't see the diffusal coming in there. What a mistake to make at this stage, and they have paid so dearly to it. And Divinity Uprising, they have their revenge. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what a way to close this off. The strongest squad coming in here from the group stages, landing up there at the top. Everybody thought, hey, you know what? NRX is playing chicken game. When they go in here, they're most definitely gonna win over Divinity because they're just masking their true prowess. Divinity said, hey, yeah, bro, bring it on. We are ready. You heard those interviews. Incendio said he is ready. Oh, they were ready, bro. They were ready.
Them's fighting words. Divinity Uprising earned every single right to say whatever they want, because they are the MSP Major Champions here. After the rematch, only one stands tall. I wonder if there's a sequel. I wonder if there's a threequel. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the highlights. Check it out. 5 games it took us, AJ. 5 games to find out
down
what's
to
more
the wire,
who reigns
man.
supreme. Down to the wire.